What is your name?
I'm Thamanna. I'm paid media executive at Tug. I've been working here since November 2019. So yeah, about a year and a couple months.
Cool.
What
How did
about
you
you?
find? I've been at Tug for going on 3 years now. Um, I came in via sort of a job interview and everything like that. But I guess it was a bit different for you coming in as a grad. What was your experience like of finding out about Tug, and how did that process start?
I'd say like it was a bit weird because when I like the degree I did, it wasn't related to marketing or business or anything. So I did a biochemistry degree and I didn't have like specific experience and internships and stuff because that wasn't really like something that we were kind of guided to do. So then like I just kind of knew a general area that I wanted to work in, like marketing in general. And I didn't know like the specific job. So it was just a case of like researching what the actual jobs entail, and then looking for like job roles that are specifically for graduates as well, because then I can trust that they would like actually like want to help progress you and like have like actual training and stuff rather than just leaving to your like own devices. So yeah, it was like it was a case of like just researching, figuring out what I wanted to do first, researching, and then yeah, like when I saw Tug, like I liked the job description. I thought it would be interesting. I could use some of the skills that I used in my degree, and then I looked at like Glassdoor reviews as well to like see like what other people thought of the company. Like see I'm not getting myself into like some scam or I don't know, whatever. But like yeah, so I just yeah, just did it that way, like usual. And then the interview process was pretty chill. Like I think I had two interviews. No, I had like a phone interview and then I had the in-person interview, which was with you, and our other manager. And then I think I had a third interview with like the CEO as well, but they were all like pretty chill.
Good, that's what we like to hear. Obviously, when you first started, you were working in the office with us. How's it been starting to work from home for the last year?
I'd say it was like kind of weird because I was still really new when I started working from home, so I felt like I was too junior. Like I didn't know I couldn't do enough work just independently to be working from home, but it kind of worked out okay. And I feel like it happened at a time that I should have been starting to become a bit more independent anyway. So like when I was working in the office, I obviously like you sit with your managers, so I was still like asking loads of questions and stuff like that. And I feel like it like forced me to be more independent, so it's kind of good. And obviously now I'm like just completely used to it, so.
Cool. What do you like about working in an agency in general? Not necessarily specific to Tug, but what is something that you particularly enjoy about it?
I think like the fact that I can work on so many different clients. Like obviously I don't have experience in working not in an agency, but when it's like your first role, like I just wanted to get as much different experience as well as like visibility of like the whole marketing kind of landscape as well. So I feel like doing that at an agency, you can really get like a full view of everything and work on like a variety of like different interesting clients. So yeah.
In general, what kind of advice would you give to people who are about to graduate or who have just graduated? Because obviously it's a time of great change and people like yourself, you might not necessarily want to do something that's related to your degree or you're just interested in a particular aspect of it. So is there any advice that you can offer to people who are in that situation?
Yeah, like I think there's just so much you can say to grads, but it's gonna always be different, like depending on your situation. Like if you are like me and you didn't really know what you wanted to do, just like kind of yeah, narrow it down step by step, figure out an industry or a skill you want to use, and go from there. And like read actual job descriptions when you're kind of deciding what you want to do, because if you haven't had experience in like a professional role, you won't know what they really entail until you're actually reading the job descriptions of different jobs and figuring out if that sounds like something you would enjoy or not. So yeah, there's that. Also like yeah, just like don't compare yourself to like the progress of other grads as well, because everyone's gonna have had different experiences and stuff, and like you shouldn't like feel rushed or whatever. Like take your time if you have that luxury. Um, and also like if you're from a disadvantaged background, like if you're BME or if you're like the first in your family to go to uni, or if you have a disability, like there are organizations that can help you, like and provide resources that you wouldn't otherwise necessarily have access to. So yeah, like make use of available resources.
Great. And in terms of advice for once you land that role and you're thrown into the business, is there any advice that you would pass on from things you've learned?
Um, I think like when you first join the job, like don't be afraid to ask questions. Like even if you've done a related degree to the job that you're doing, it's still going to be so different. Like doing the actual work itself, like working actually in that industry. So like no one's expecting you to know things just magically. So it's okay to just ask questions and feel like you're bothering people because that's how you're going to be able to become independent and be good at what you do, rather than just like suffering in silence. That's like my main advice, I'd say.
Awesome. Well, thank you for your time today, Thamanna. It's really interesting to hear what your experience has been like, and hopefully we'll have another chat again soon.